Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. Today we are dishing the WW weekly topic du jour and my weigh-in. It is Saturday, and Saturday is the day I go to my WW workshop. I am a workshop attendee, and I attend 8:30 meetings in Turnersville, New Jersey. Got my name tag. So yeah, how'd you do this week, D? Well, let's see how the week went. My week was decent. Was it great? My weeks are never great, but it was decent. I had a wedding on Sunday, which I filmed. If you didn't see that video, it is what I eat in a day when going to an event. I posted that on Monday just to show you how I prepare to have a big meal out. It was interesting. It really was. And I showed you what I ate, which was kept me on track. I will tell you that. But when I got weighed, I was exactly the same. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm like, yeah, it can be done, people. It can be done. I don't know why my chin looks this bad, but I digress. So yeah, I was happy. It was a good week. You know, I've been feeling really good. Doing the plan my way. That's, again, good mindset. Good things happen. So the recipe for this week is a vegetarian taco casserole. There it is. Looks pretty good. It is 4 to 6 points. There's zucchini, scallions, corn, black beans, roasted red peppers, corn tortillas, reduced fat Colby Jack cheese, jalapenos. And there's a little QR code. So if you scan this, it should take you to your personal points. Looks really good though. I love a good Mexican dish. And we love, like, this is, and it looks like it's like one of those just go and go. You know, just put it in there, layer it, and put it in the oven. It is, for 1/8 of the casserole, there's 268 calories, 6 grams of total fat, 2 grams of saturated fat, 886 milligrams of sodium, 42 grams of total carbs, 5 grams of sugar, 10 grams of fiber, and 14 grams of protein. 10 grams of fiber. Girls, this will help us get in the bathroom, won't it? Yeah, people have been asking me to read the sugar counts of things, so I've been trying to be more diligent like that. So I'm a work in progress now. I am so stoked for this week's meeting topic. You know, this is my wheelhouse. This is, we went over it today, and of course she kept deferring to me because she knows I'm the queen of the swaps. I am. How do you say on a sustainable journey? You make things that taste as close as you can to the original and still taste good. Like, again, I do not swap anything that if it doesn't taste that good, I'm not going to eat it. So make sure when you're doing a swap, you totally enjoy it, because if you don't, you're still going to be wanting that original thing. So let's see what WW has to say. How to use simple swaps to save points. Beth James O'Keefe. Beth James and I, we're getting all of them pretty well here. Think about the recipe you love or those planning to whip up this week. What if you could make some of their points just poof, disappear? This handy guide makes the magic happen. And there's simple swaps for a lot of things that will greatly reduce the points in a lot of things. Try this, the WW Guide to Healthier Ingredients Swaps. You're going to want to screenshot this. So maybe if I remember, I will screenshot it for you. If the recipe calls for fattier types of meats or poultry like skirt steak, ground beef, or chicken thighs, try leaner cuts of tri-tip sirloin, 95% lean ground beef, or skinless, boneless chicken breast. Point saves up to 5 per serving. Enjoy seafood, shrimp, and tuna steaks make a great swap as well. Well, here's the thing. If chicken isn't your 0-point food, lean beef and chicken are very similar in points. I didn't know that. My leader mentioned that. I guess my advice would be, as long as you don't mind that as the swap, like, don't make it if you truly want the meat. See, there's the difference. I'm willing to spend the points on something if I really want it. But if it doesn't affect the taste, like chili, honestly, I like turkey chili. I like chicken chili. I will tell you that I don't really like the leanest ground beef. I find it's too dry. I do. So I usually gravitate toward 85. I know. Woo! And I drain it. I do not rinse it. I drain it really well. I don't really worry that much about it because, again, I don't have it that much either. But if I want a burger, I'm going to have an 85/15. To have a 95, it's just, to me, it's just good. But that's me. If you like it, then you eat it. And that's what this whole thing is about. You have to like these swaps. Don't do it to sacrifice points, because you can't sacrifice taste. So let's go to the next one. Coconut oil or butter. You could substitute olive or canola oil, up to 4 points per tablespoon. Well, I pretty much just use all olive oil. I don't like coconut oil at all. I think anything that's a solid grosses me out, because, you know, all additive is, it's a solid when it's cold, you heat it, it's a liquid, then it goes back in your body, it gets a solid again. It kind of reminds me of Crisco. I mean, I know it's probably better than Crisco, but it's just not something I would use. But again, this is your journey. You do you, boo, is what I always say. But for butter, I tend to go for the light butter. Honestly, I can't believe it's not butter. You save points. I don't mind the swap. Again, you have to not mind the swap. It's not mine. It's your recipe. But yeah, I use olive oil for a lot of things. I don't use the sprays, like the olive oil sprays on my pans, because they just aren't good for your pan. So I use an olive oil sprayer to spray pure olive oil. This is spritz, and I get a brush and I spread it over. It just gets a nice glaze, and it's been working. So, but you could save 4 points. But we do need fats, so don't ever sit there and not put oil in something. Like olive oil is you know, I'm Italian. I'm all about the olive oil. I have light, I have extra virgin. You know, light is good. Extra virgin, to me, is your tasting oil. It's when you dip your bread in, you drizzle on top of things, and light is what I cook with. So it's kind of a, you know. Full fat milk or cheese, fat-free or reduced fat. You can save up to 4 points. I don't like fat-free cheese. Sometimes in a recipe you don't really notice it, but it doesn't melt. So, and that's the whole point of having cheese in something, to have it melt. I am all about reduced fat cheese. Absolutely. Remember, and I'm going to, you know, with milks and cheeses and dairies, they came up with lower fat options because of all the clogging, hardening of the arteries, coronary artery disease. That's where these products, where they sprung from, where they came up, because people, you know, back in the days, they didn't have all this, you know, back in the olden days, they didn't have all this light and fat-free and light stuff. And they were dying young from heart issues. That is where all the lighter stuff came from. So I'm not one to sit there and say, oh, have full fat. No, I would just say low fat. I think there's nothing wrong with low fat milk. There's nothing wrong with low fat cheese, low fat cream cheese, low fat dairy, sour cream. I like fat-free yogurt, honestly. But you will see a lot of things that you have to check. Sometimes they put extra sugar and salt in the lower fat items to give them more flavor. But for me, I'm not eating it out of the container. So I don't really need it to have flavor, because I'm usually mixing it in with something. It's like it's either eating the yogurt now. It's not happening. I'm mixing it in with something. So I don't really mind. So, and you actually absolutely can get low sodium yogurts and stuff like that. And cottage cheeses. Cottage cheese is notorious. Fat-free cottage cheese is notoriously high in sodium. It's crazy. You can get 1% low sodium, which is really a nice option. Sugars, granulated stevia, grated apples, or mashed bananas. You save 4 points per tablespoon. Well, you know I'm all about the banana and everything. I find people say, Dee, do I have to put a banana in it? You could put unsweetened applesauce. You could put pumpkin. I like this sweetness that the fruit gives. Since I have a 0-point fruit, it saves me points that way. So yes, I definitely do the banana. I'm not a huge fan of stevia. I've been using this Truvia Sweet Complete Brown. I do adore. And I've been using the Lakanto monk fruit. But I haven't tried the Truvia white yet. I've only got the brown. I get this at my regular grocery store. And yeah, look at the macros in the back. It's a really nice option, and I'm sure it could be at your regular store as well. I definitely like it. I've had a hard time finding good brown sugar substitute that I like, and I like this one. And again, you have to like it. Like I was doing Swerve, and I didn't feel like gave it anything. Like when you're having something, you need to taste it. If you can't taste it, then what's the point of subbing it out? You know. Oil and baked goods, unsweetened applesauce. Abso-freaking-lutely. I made a cake last week. It was a Jewish apple cake. I used applesauce and yogurt. It was fantastic. It was on last week's meal prep. You should check that out. I buy this by the case at, is this Wellesley? This is, I think, BJ's. I buy it by the case. Everybody eats it. Nobody misses the fact that it's unsweetened. You know, they eat it. The kids eat it with their pork. Nobody cares. So I always keep a case of this, and I use it in a lot of things. Heavy or sour cream, canned pumpkin, or fat-free Greek yogurt. Excuse me. fat-free Greek yogurt. Oh my gosh, has that been the greatest invention ever? I put it in everything. Absolutely. I don't buy sour cream anymore. The funny story is, before we did Weight Watchers, I used to always get sour Greek yogurt at the store. And we've been putting Greek yogurt on our tacos for years. So the boys don't care. Honestly, it tastes the same. People will sit there and say, no, it doesn't. I bet blindfolded they wouldn't know, or don't tell them. Done that many times. But yeah, it is absolutely the best substitute ever. I've never substituted. I don't make things with heavy cream, so I don't really have a need for heavy cream in any of the recipes. But I shouldn't say that, because I have made like a thing, and I did put Greek yogurt in it now that I think about it, and it's fabulous. It really is. Sometimes it might curdle depending on what it's mixed with. You just have to get it in there and get it mixed properly. You can save up to 11 points per quarter cup. Greek yogurt is where it's at. And if you make your own Greek yogurt, it's even better. I use it as a sub for cream cheese. Honestly, I'm telling you, it is, and I've converted people. Absolutely. You have, when you're making your own yogurt and you drain it really, really well, the longer you drain it, the thicker it gets. So if you drain it there for like an hour, hour and a half, it'll be a cream cheese. You'll turn it upside down and it won't move. And sometimes I put the Watkins cheesecake flavoring in there, maybe a drop or two. You don't really even need it. But just in case you're that person that, I can taste the difference, try that. All right, peanut butter. Powdered peanut butter. We're going to do this. Your girl's powdered peanut butter fiend. I love it. And this is the one I get in my local area. It is from Cape May Peanut Butter Company, or Cape Island Foods, if you can see it. You can order this online, but there's a little shop that not too far, and we go to. They have butterscotch. Fantastic. 2 scoops mixed with 2 tablespoons mixed with 1 tablespoon of liquid. That is liquid of your choice. Makes 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and which is 1 point. Versus 3 points of a regular commercialized peanut butter. And there's no fatness. People will say that's not peanuts. It's peanut flour made from peanuts. So in my mind, it tastes like peanut butter. I don't mind. And you could use water. I like using like cashew milk, almond milk to mix it in, or skinny syrups, or pancake syrup. Any liquid will mix into this. You can make great frosting for, my D-nuts, as they call them. That's my donuts. I have a whole playlist of donuts. But yeah, it's really good. And sometimes, I always say, people don't like powdered peanut butter. Try adding a teeny bit of monk fruit sweetener, or any kind of sweetener, and a little sprinkling of salt. Sometimes it's a bit flat. And I've had people like, oh my gosh, you're right, it has helped. Absolutely. There's powdered cashew, there's powdered almond. I like it, and it's readily available, so it's not something I have to ship to. That's a lot of the things that we're using replacements. Are they hard to get? If this is easy to get, so I'm all about it. And I have the pumpkin one from PB Fit. PB Fit has a little higher in protein than regular powdered peanut butter. I do like PB Fit. I like them all. Walmart has their great value brand. It's delicious. It's really good. I would say buy a small. They have a big one, but buy a small one. Try it out, and then you're having peanut butter again. And like I say, do those little tricks that I told you. They might help you a little bit more, because sometimes, like I said, it is a little bit flat. Let's dive a little deeper. How to save even more points. Cut down on oils and other fats. Grill, broil, steam food instead of frying or sauteing. How about air fry? Brush oil directly onto food, or using cooking spray or oil spritzer. I will say oil spritzer, honestly. I've sprayed that cooking spray, and my flame on my stove, it's very flammable. Just be careful. Use reduced fat stocks to prevent starch. Yes, absolutely. Stock is your friend. They have them in resealable containers now. Absolutely. Stretch a serving amount. Chop nuts and chocolate into smaller pieces. Opt for grated cheeses instead of sliced or cubed. Look for brands with less or no fat or no added sugar, and use W app to compare. Yep. And the no added sugar is another big thing, because there's different things. But remember, sugar-free and no added sugar came for, I should say, the diabetic community, because they have to have things that are low in sugar. So things like sugar-free pudding were really meant for people, that need to watch their sugar content. And people will say, well, that's not really good. Well, I'm not eating the whole pack of this when I mix it into things. I use a teaspoon, and this into yogurt is fantastic. I love this. I'm going to show you a few of my favorite swaps because, protein pancake mix. You can get Trader Joe's. You can get Kodiak. Absolutely. Are they as fluffy as regular pancakes? No. Are they as tasty? Absolutely. They're a little bit thinner than your traditional pancake, but they're high in protein and they're just better for you. And you can get them at Trader Joe's, and you can get Kodiak at your regular grocery store. You get them at Target. Target has the best selection of Kodiak. The almond poppy seed is my all-time favorite, just so you know. And for chips, I like baked chips, poppables, popcorners. A 3-point bag of chips. Oh my gosh. And it's pre-measured. That's a great swap as well. Buy them pre-measured. I tend to eat more than I should. I just do. And this is the other one. I got this at, I think it was Sam's Club, or BJ's. This is the Whole Earth. It's okay. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I probably wouldn't purchase it again. I want to try the Truvia, or I'll just get the Lakanto. The Lakanto is my favorite, but this one I thought I'd try. It's my second bag because it's very affordable. I will tell you that. This kind of stuff, I will say, is more pricey. You go on a weight loss journey and it costs you money. There's also swaps like a thin versus a regular. You'll save a point or two. And this is the same ingredient. This is nothing different. It's just squatter. It's smaller. So sometimes getting something smaller with the same flavor profile, because sometimes we just want to taste it. We just want to taste it. And that helps with this. You'll be having peanut butter a little bit more regularly than you have it now. So when you have something and you don't deny yourself something, you tend not to crave it more. Because you're having it. You're not making it this holy grail that you only have peanut butter every other week. Fit it in. And if it's using powdered, then use powdered. Some people use the protein butters from American Dream or Nuts and More. I do like Nuts and More. In fact, pretty soon their gingerbread's coming out. And I'm going to order me a canister of that because that's such good stuff. And I think Nuts and More is available at certain health food stores. If you go into their website. I'm not a huge fan, and this is not a slam, I'm not a huge fan of the American Dream because I feel like I've gotten a few containers or jars, and I haven't gotten any mix-ins, and that's like 3 jars I've gotten. Actually, Peter got one. I mean, they're advertising you all this. I mean, not that I need it, nor should I have it, but they advertise it, and I don't see it in my jar. So I don't think I would buy it again. And this is another fun swap. Seltzer instead of soda. Now, I will tell you, you have to get used to this taste. But Spindrift has been my favorite go-to seltzers. I've tried them all. LaCroix, I can't even get LaCroix down. But Spindrift, I think because it uses real squeezed fruit in their product, maybe that's why I like it sweeter. This one is the cranberry raspberry. It's pretty good. But I will tell you, it does have that background of seltzer. But when you drink them regularly, your palate gets used to it. It's kind of like yogurt. People will say, I don't like yogurt. I agree, you probably don't. But your palate has to get used to that twang. And the more you have something, like now, I don't even taste the twang in yogurt because I have it so often that my palate has gotten accustomed to it. It's something you don't have, and you have it, and it's like, ooh, I don't like it. It's not like you don't like it. I think your palate's just not used to it. And I think the more you have something, and the lemon Spindrift is probably my favorite, I will tell you that. But this was a cool flavor for the holidays, raspberry cranberry. I thought that'd be fun to get. So everybody's enjoying it. So the boys make little cocktails. Make a cocktail with this. Talk about a swap out. You could save points with using this, which is 0 points, and a shot of whatever your favorite spirit is. Vodka, rum, and you can have a cocktail for extremely low points. A spritzer. This and some wine. That you keep the note of your food. Like when you're doing a swap, it has to taste in the general vicinity of the old thing. Because if it doesn't, it's not worth it, and you're not going to want it. So like if you're making these swaps and they hit, and I always say the note you want it to hit, and if it does, it satisfies that you have for that food. So that's the swaps, some of the swaps. I have way more swaps. We could make a video for days of the swaps that I do. We got time for this? But yeah, I'm the hack queen, the swap queen, because How could I lose 100 pounds without having something in my arsenal that gives me something that I want? Just because you're on a healthy lifestyle doesn't mean you don't want it anymore. How do I fit it in a controlled, low point, low calorie manner that I could still have? Same thing with like ice cream. Like you go to ice cream is ridiculous. Nick's has low point ice cream. And out of all of them, Enlightened and Halo, I can't get down. I can't. It's just, and I'm not a huge ice cream lover anyway. So it's just, but Nick's is creamy. And I think most of his flavors, now they all vary, obviously. But the one, I think it's the cookie dough one. I think you get a half a cup for 2 points, which is insane. And it has chunks of cookie dough in it. So that's the greatest swap. But if you can, and here's the biggest thing of the whole, if you want to be eating the whole pint, it's not going to kill you. I think it was at 10, 12 points, maybe. Like, so that's doable. If you eat a whole pint of Breyers, yeah, you're not ate enough weeklies for that. But see, that's why I like something like this. You know, even if you get a whole bag of like these, if I eat the whole bag, is that detrimental compared to a whole bag of Doritos? It's not. So again, make the swaps that you enjoy and the swaps that you love. And as long as you're hitting the note and you're satisfied, it's all about satisfaction. You have to be satisfied because we want to continue this. When you hit goal, what's going to happen? You're going to go back to the old way you used to eat? That didn't work. You have to stick. And these are things, a lot of these things I've showed you are things I've got my regular grocery store. There's nothing here that I bought online. Well, no, I didn't buy this online either. I went to the store that they have. You would probably have to buy it online because Cape Island Foods is not in your area. But it's in Cape May and it's in Smithville, which is right outside of Atlantic City. So I go there. We go there several times a year and I grab the peanut butter powder. And I have ordered it online. So, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you have to decide what's worth it. Like some people say, oh, I wouldn't buy that or I wouldn't. But they're not you. You can do what you want. If you want it, buy it. Who cares what somebody else says? You know, like I can't live my life knowing that she's looking down on me because I buy that online. Buy what you want, eat what you want. It's your life, it's your journey. But remember, we have to be consistent. You're not going to do one thing now and do one thing later. It's kind of like the cauliflower rice analogy I use all the time. I like cauliflower rice. I do. But I like rice. So for me to sit there and never have rice and just eat cauliflower rice and then try to incorporate regular rice back in, it doesn't work. So I have half the amount of rice and half the amount of cauliflower rice in my bowl. So it's both. So it bulks up my, rice to rice. So I'm still eating the same foods. I'm just bulking it up. It's kind of the thing with zucchini noodles. I love zucchini noodles. Zucchini and tomatoes go so good together. Do I want that instead of regular spaghetti? No. But I could add the zucchini noodles to my 2 ounces of pasta and I could have a bowl of pasta and not sacrificing taste. And it blends so well together. It's phenomenal. I don't cook my zucchini noodles, by the way. What I do is I spiralize them and I cook my spaghetti. I measure my spaghetti in my bowl, my 2 ounces, and then it's still steaming hot. And I put my zucchini in, put my hot sauce, and I toss it. And because it's thin, so all the heat from the pasta and the sauce tenderizes the zucchini, and it's phenomenal. Because if you throw in the water, it gets mushy, and nobody wants mushy zucchini. I don't. So yeah. So those are the two big things, like for dinners, like that people say, oh, I'm only going to have zucchini noodles, I'm only going to have cauliflower rice. You can for a while. We're talking about what you do now, you have to continue to do in maintenance. Somebody said, what's your best tip for maintenance? Nothing changes. Nothing changes. You still have to continue. And for a while, you should continue weighing and measuring until you've done it for so long that you could eyeball. I can eyeball my 2 points of pasta because I've done it for so long. But I still measure because I can tend to go over. That's one thing I don't. I like regular San Giorgio or Barilla spaghetti. I don't like the protein. Not with my meatballs and my gravy. I don't. I like semolina. That is my thing, and I save points for it. And that's my choice. Like, you have your choice. We all have choices. And you make the best choices for you that you can sustain. Because that's what we want. That's what this channel is about. Sustainability. How can I continue? Because I don't think of right now. I think of down the line, because that's what's good. That's what's coming your way. So you got to prepare now. And if you do your journey and continue it. You just flow right into maintenance, and you keep your weight off. Because who does all this work to gain it all back? I know we didn't, right? So, well, that's it. I knew I'd like this topic. I'm like going, oh my God, it's my thing. So, welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you enjoy Dish with D. All my recipes can be found at 2 places. I know it's confusing, but I have an original recipe blog, dishwithd.org, www.dishwithd.org, and now www.dishwithd.com has my recipes for the last probably year. So both of them, they have a search. You go search what you want, and it'll bring everything up. If there's nothing you can ever find, just message me. I will gladly tell you where to go, or just send it to you. Send you the link, because I know. I was going to get rid of the .org, but it cost me $12 to keep it up. It's a lot of work to put that over. I thought, $12? Yeah, sold. I know. So welcome to Dish with D, the girl who lost 116 pounds in her 50s doing the Weight Watchers Blue Plan. You know, I share what worked for me, what I went through, what I go through, because I'm right now close to about 10 pounds over goal right now. We're working to get that 10 pounds off. We've been working for a year, too. Yeah. Maybe the changes will help me. Who knows? Mindset. It's all about mindset. So I know I can talk. I go live here. I will be live on Sunday. So come join us here for the live WW Weight Loss Chit Chat. We talk about our week. We talk about our day. We talk about our life. So come join us. Just show up. And that is it for me. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down there and that notification bell. The notification bell is important. It lets you know when I upload and when I go live. I go live here a lot, and you want to be notified of that. So make sure notifications are turned on. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, Dish with D's crew is linked. Everything is linked down below. All my favorite things, everything is linked down below. So go down to the description box. You will find everything that you need. And like I said, if you can't, let me know. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day and weekend. We will dish another day. Bye-bye, my lovelies.